SCP-3873. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures, Revision 01-1, Close. SCP-3873 is to be kept in a standard humanoid containment cell at site. Under no circumstances are any Foundation personnel to come in direct physical contact with the hands or wrists of SCP-3873. Any attempt by SCP-3873 to come into physical contact with a staff member, intimate or not, is to be seen as a highly lethal threat and treated as such. SCP-3873 is to be afforded weekly counseling and psychoanalytic therapy meetings in order to monitor the subject's emotional health. Any requests to forego attending said sessions are to be denied, as they are mandatory. The Ethics Committee has approved the utilization of D36336 as a personal emotional supplement to SCP-3873. D36336 is to be permitted unrestricted access to SCP-3873 and its containment chamber, unless either party requests otherwise or at the discretion of the senior researcher appointed to SCP-3873. As of writing, this protocol has proven effective. Revision 01-2, Close. SCP-3873 is to be kept in a Class 3 padded humanoid containment cell at site. No Foundation personnel are to enter SCP-3873's containment unless absolutely necessary. No Class D personnel are to be permitted access to SCP-3873 without in-depth background checks. See Addendum 3873-02. SCP-3873 is to be monitored under Suicide Watch. In the case of attempted self-termination or successful self-injury, SCP-3873 is to be sedated and given medical attention in the site infirmary. Under no circumstances are any Foundation personnel to come in direct physical contact with the hands or wrists of SCP-3873. Any attempt by SCP-3873 to come into physical contact with a staff member, intimate or not, is to be seen as a highly lethal threat and treated as such. All staff assigned to SCP-3873's containment are to undergo weekly psychoanalytic check UPS. If any sympathetic tendencies toward SCP-3873 are noted, the staff member, S, will be rerouted for immediate reassignment. Revision 01-3, Containment of SCP-3873 is not necessary at this time. SCP-3873 is to be monitored periodically by field agents embedded in its residing town of Oregon. At this time, all anomalous properties have been neutralized. If any anomalous behavior should resurface, SCP-3873 is to be immediately brought back into containment. TTT. Description: SCP-3873 is a female human named Riley, birth date //9. The subject is Caucasian in descent, possessing primarily Aryan features. SCP-3873 was born in Florida. The biological parents of SCP-3873 went missing in 2020 due to SCP-3873-1 events. SCP-3873's anomalous properties manifest when it holds the hand of a human. Upon SCP-3873 breaking line of sight to the individual for any amount of time without being viewed by any third party, the individual, designated SCP-3873-1, becomes the subject of an SCP-3873-1 event. While SCP-3873's line of sight to the subject is broken, SCP-3873-1 will not be able to release SCP-3873's hand. When SCP-3873 returns line of sight to SCP-3873-1, the individual's body will be found missing with the exclusion of the hand or hands that SCP-3873 was holding, appearing bloody and having been severed at the wrist. If SCP-3873 releases the hand of SCP-3873-1 while the line of sight is broken, the individual will disappear completely without a trace. SCP-3873 has been tested with 3D class personnel who were carrying transreality and interdimensional tracking devices, as well as Scranton reality anchors in an attempt to discern the fate SCP-3873-1. None of these devices have ever returned or have been able to upkeep signal with command. The possibility of SCP-3873 utilizing reality gaps, alternate dimensions, or alternate realities have been ruled out. SCP-3873-1 events will not occur on primates or mutated subjects with over a 0.4% variation in genome from the common Homo sapiens. SCP-3873-1 events will not occur on individuals missing fingers or hands. The site director and senior researcher have agreed unanimously to cease all testing of SCP-3873's effects, for reason of sustaining SCP-3873's emotional health, and so as to not unnecessarily waste resources. For this reason, specific knowledge of SCP-3873-1 events is not attainable at this time. Interviewed, SCP-3873, Interviewer, Dr. Porter, forward, questioning regarding SCP-3873's origins, begin log 3873-01, June 21, 11:0930 hours, Dr. Porter, good morning. Please state your name and numerical designation for the record. SCP-3873, good morning, Doctor. I'm Riley, and my numerical designation is number 3873, Dr. Porter, thank you. First, what's your earliest memory? SCP-3873, oh, gosh, that's a tough one. Probably when I was real little. Maybe 3 or 4. I got a little princess outfit for Christmas. I was just so happy. I remember putting it on and doing a dance in front of my family. Dr. Porter, I see. Have you had these anomalous effects for all of your life? SCP-3873, ER, no. That's a long story, Dr. Porter, let's hear it. We have as much time as we need. SCP-3873, alright, then. My memory isn't pristine, so excuse me if I get a part wrong, Dr. Porter, just do the best you can. SCP-3873, okay. Well, it all started when I was 14. My best friend got really into this group of people. He started talking to me about all these different concepts that were completely abstract. About the universe, how when we die, we go to so many different places, or whatever. It was as if he was losing himself. He stopped doing normal routines like going to school, doing laundry, spending time with his family and stuff. He just kept meeting with these people, and he kept pushing for me to meet them all. Dr. Porter, what was your best friend's name? SCP-3873, Tony, Dr. Porter, thank you. Sorry for the interruption, SCP-3873, it's okay. Anyways, I finally agreed to meet them after school one night. He led me to this really sketchy barn, kind of. It was a huge building made of sheet metal that didn't have any markings or street address or anything. Super tucked away, too. It was off the grid. I was totally creeped out. Once I finally got in, I met everyone. They just lit up when they saw me come in. They welcomed me like I was a family member that hadn't visited in too long, you know? They adored me. And so I came back. It wasn't long before I realized that it was some sort of cult. It wasn't religious, per se, but they believed that when we die, our spirits move to a new planet named. These people, usually friends and family, wanted to get there together. To find each other in the next life, I guess. The leader taught that all of us would be more likely to find each other and remember our past lives if only we followed his teaching. He taught us to do these rituals that would supposedly enhance our spiritual memory, he told us. A few of the members actually remembered experiences from their own past lives during these exercises. We would be ready in a few years, he told us. We were all happy there. We loved each other. Dr. Porter, what was the cult leader's name? SCP-3873, I don't know if I ever learned his real name. We only ever called him Judias, but we all knew it was just a nickname, Dr. Porter, I understand. Please continue, SCP-3873, alright. Here's where things took a turn for me. When I was about 17 and a fully fledged member of the cult, I fell in love with another member. His name was Leonard, but I called him Leo. He was a sweet kid, about my age, from the town over. He ran into one of the cult's members, who befriended and recruited him. The problem was that Judias always taught us that if we fell in love, it would distract us from the final steps of our transmission. He said that he'd tell us what the step was when we were ready, but that we had to stay focused. Leo and I promised each other that we'd make it work. We would make sure we did everything right while keeping the love a secret. SCP-3873 pauses for a moment. SCP-3873, it didn't last that way. SCP-3873 is now visibly upset. SCP-3873, Tony found out. Saw us kiss. Such a stupid, simple mistake. He went to Judias and told him everything. Judias had already been suspicious, so he believed every word. He and a few other members put a curse on me, I guess. That's where this comes from. SCP-3873 lifts her hands, palms up, examining them. SCP-3873 begins to cry and exhibit unsteady breathing. SCP-3873, and Leo. They, SCP-3873 sobbing intensifies acutely. At this time, Dr. Porter deemed the interview inappropriate to continue. End log 3873-01, June 21, 11:0942 hours. Closing statement. SCP-3873's anomalous effects have since been the cause of death/disappearance of over 146 individuals. SCP-3873 later informed interviewers that the cult allegedly vanished 3 years after the subject was exiled. Further investigation has revealed that the cult has one cell remaining in operation in Florida. The cell that SCP-3873 was inducted into committed mass suicide on // with the exception of the leader and his close accomplices. Mobile Task Force Delta 5, Front Runners, has infiltrated the active cell and currently has two agents embedded in the membership. These agents are tracking all anomalous activity relating to the membership. When MTF Delta 5 positively identifies Judias and the other individuals responsible for perpetrating SCP-3873's anomaly, Mobile Task Force Epsilon 6, Village Idiots, will perform a raid on the cult's known safe houses and meeting locations, to bring all anomalous objects or entities into containment, as well as to amnestize and disperse the members of the cult. Individual Judias will be studied for anomalous properties or abilities. If none are found, the subject will be given Class A amnestics, and given memory implantation hypnotherapy before release. Addendum 3873-01, during an anomaly test, D36336, a convict who is missing his index finger on his right hand and his middle and ring finger on his left, see attached personnel file, was proven to be immune to the effects of SCP-3873. After this test concluded and D36336 returned to his holding cell for further assignment, he immediately requested to meet with SCP-3873 again, proclaiming his profound feelings for the subject. While initially denied, SCP-3873 also began making requests to undergo more tests with D36336. The Ethics Committee showed majority support to the notion and implemented D36336 as a permanent emotional supplement to SCP-3873. Since the implementation of D36336, SCP-3873 has shown significant increases in morale and has ceased expression of loneliness, depression, or other significant deteriorative conditions. D36336 Personnel File, Close, D36336, D-Class #, D36336, Name, Montgomery, Kevin S., race, white, sex, male, hair color, blonde, eye color, blue, height, 5'09", weight, 144 pounds, birth date, 11/13/88, death date, 01/10/2014. Initial incarceration date, 07/02/09, initial foundation custody date, 05/21/10, scars, marks, and tattoos, type, location, description, tattoo, face, cross, teardrop, pitchfork, tattoo, left arm, me, skull X2, tattoo, left chest, Scorpio zodiac sign, tattoo, neck, Rough Riders, tattoo, right arm, cross, star 6 point, tattoo, right arm, ER mask, tattoo, right arm, 6 point. Star covered up, tattoo, right leg, Florida 407, prison sentence history, offense date, offense, sentence date, county, case no, sentence length, expunged, 1st DG Moore/Premed. For ATT, // sentenced to life, expunged, AC battery/W/deadly weapon, / 15Y0M0D, expunged, Grand Theft Motor Vehicle, / 5Y0M0D, cause of death, terminated by site security. Notes, Kevin Montgomery was an oil rig engineer off the coast of Florida for the majority of his adulthood. During his employment, his co-workers miscommunicated and dropped the sharp edge of a pipe down onto Montgomery's hands, severing his left middle and ring fingers, and crushing his right index finger. His index finger on his right hand was amputated completely, along with 2 other complete amputations on his left hand to his middle and index fingers. Addendum 3873-02, on //14, at 0912 hours, screaming was heard from SCP-3873's containment cell. Site security was called and arrived to see D-36336 attempting to strangle SCP-3873 with a cloth torn from a bedsheet. Before security could intervene, Junior Researcher Davis had entered the cell and engaged D-36336 in an attempt to divert his attention from SCP-3873. Agent White discharged his firearm at D-36336, grazing J.R. Davis's left arm, penetrating D-36336's collarbone, and exiting through the shoulder blade. At which point, D-36336 desisted before being approached, shot again, and killed by Agent White. SCP-3873 was examined by medical staff and treated for minor blunt force trauma. Junior Researcher Davis was treated by medical staff and reprimanded for his recklessness. See Interview Log 3873-02, Interview Log 3873-02, Close, Interviewed, SCP-3873, Interviewer, Dr. Porter, Forward, interview conducted as standard post-incident investigative procedure. Begin Log 3873-02, January 14, 1230 hours, Dr. Porter, good afternoon. Please state your name and numerical designation for the record. SCP-3873 remains silent, staring at Dr. Porter blankly. Dr. Porter, please state your name and numerical designation. SCP-3873, Riley. 3873, Dr. Porter, can you describe to me what happened on Friday? SCP-3873, no, Dr. Porter, why not? SCP-3873, I don't want to. I don't remember. There's nothing to describe. I have a few reasons, Dr. Porter, all of which conflict with each other. This previous Friday, D-36336, your, SCP-3873, Kevin, Dr. Porter pauses, Dr. Porter, this previous Friday, Kevin assaulted you and apparently attempted to kill you. Please take us into detail. SCP-3873, fine. Whatever. I told him about the cult and what they did to me, and what I did to get kicked out and everything. He just started acting all strange. I tried to get him to talk to me, I tried, but he wouldn't. A whole night went by like this. I loved him. He just turned on me. I looked into his eyes the next morning and they weren't the eyes of the man I love. They were the eyes of an animal. A killer. A predator. SCP-3873 pauses, before taking in a shaky breath. SCP-3873, he was a member of the cult. SCP-3873 begins to cry. Dr. Porter, I understand. We won't be needing any more information at this time. Thank you for your cooperation, Dr. Porter stands up to leave. SCP-3873, that's it. Just a report? And here I thought you people were human, Dr. Porter leaves without comment. End log 3873-02, January 14, 1234 hours, closing statement, Special Containment Procedures updated to revision 06-2 following an unsuccessful self-termination attempt by SCP-3873, Addendum 3873-03, following the events described in Addendum 3873-02, we needed a solution. We all knew that revision 01-2 wouldn't hold. One of my junior researchers, Dr. Clingy, came up with the idea to neutralize the anomaly. She proposed that we amputate SCP-3873's arms at the elbow and fit it with cybernetic prosthetics, then amnesticize it and reintegrate it into society. We all, for the most part, agreed that would be the best option to give SCP-3873 a chance at a better life. SCP-3873 itself was hopeful if it could be described that way. She actually stopped crying for a moment, when she looked at me after I told her, Davis told me. Regardless, we shouldn't waste resources containing an anomaly like that if it can be so easily neutralized. The next week, we sent up the idea to the site director, who then passed it along to the ethics committee. Naturally, they agreed unanimously. The idea is a win-win. The Foundation doesn't have to spend resources containing it, and SCP-3873 gets to live a life without this curse. The procedure was performed on //14 and the prosthetics worked fine. After persuading SCP-3873, who was terrified, we tested for the anomaly on a few different Class D personnel, and it was a success. No SCP-3873-1 events whatsoever. SCP-3873 couldn't contain itself. It ran to me and slammed into me, giving me a tight hug, tears of joy in its eyes. It immediately went around, shaking hands with all the researchers and even one of the surgeons who came back to follow up on her work. It had been years since SCP-3873 was able to shake someone's hand. A few of the research assistants had to excuse themselves, so they wouldn't cry in front of everyone. Many of the staff protested amnesticizing SCP-3873 and making it forget, but it would be too high of a security risk to cancel it. Later that month, SCP-3873 was reintegrated into society after receiving Class A amnestics. It was reclassified neutralized, and all the staff formerly assigned to SCP-3873 were reassigned. Dr. French, Senior Researcher, Addendum 3873-04, on //14, Dr. Porter was found dead in his home during his leave of absence. Inside his apartment, investigative teams found a severed hand nearby to Dr. Porter's body. DNA testing and fingerprinting both confirm the hand to belong to Dr. Porter's wife. Remnants of Mrs. Porter's body could not be found. Dr. Porter's cause of death was determined to be suicide by gunshot to the head. It was concluded that the effect had somehow passed on to him when it was neutralized from the initial SCP-3873 host. Following this discovery, all research personnel and medical staff involved with SCP-3873's procedure were taken into custody and tested for SCP-3873's anomalous effects, as were all the residents surrounding Dr. Porter's home, none of which displayed the anomaly. It has been determined that Dr. Porter contracted the anomaly by sheer chance. Locating the current host of the anomaly is a Delta-level priority. I have assigned Mobile Task Force Iota-10 to monitor governmental and judicial chatter to locate the current host and place them into containment. We have a whole world to search. We will not make this mistake again. 05